Silver Creek Studios for another episode of Get a Load of This. I'm Jared.
I'm Ryan.
This is Joe.
And we're all healthy.
Yeah.
Well, we're healthy-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know. My fucking leg's killing me a little bit, but it's
Joe
a lot better than
Joe
it
took
was.
a tumble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should post pictures of that shit on.
Yeah, that was fucking gross.
yeah.
Did you take pictures of it?
Oh, I got plenty.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nasty, man.
Yeah, it's a dandy. It's a dandy.
And you didn't miss any work? I can't believe you didn't go to a doctor for
I
that.
did. I went yesterday after getting berated by everybody. I went for, so I missed like 2 hours of work.
Okay.
Do you get the finger? Small hands?
Yeah. No, yeah. I got x-rays. They told me nothing's broke.
Oh, they could check that from the outside. They didn't have to
can't
go.
now,
They didn't
yeah.
have to go into.
Yeah. First, let me check your pooper. Why? Just let me do it.
It's all connected, sir. Just trust me.
I haven't even filled out paperwork yet. You don't even look like you work here. Go ahead. But and then so the lady brought me in and she goes, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "Geez, that's not
That's not what the doctor's supposed to say.
Well, the doctor didn't say that. So the nurse brought me in. She says, "Geez," and then they brought the X-ray lady in. Oh my God! And then the doctor goes, "I've been hearing a lot about this bruised leg." I'm like, Jesus Christ!
You're a medical marvel.
Yeah, something like that.
Got the good word, though? You're all good?
They told me the swelling will be around for a couple weeks and the bruising too. So.
But you're walking like normal.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, don't look like you're hindered in any way.
They want me to do therapy and everything, and I'm not. No.
And the age is wearing off of both of us.
I'm Mucinex. Word up.
Yeah. I'm still fighting a little bit, but 3 weeks now, man. This shit's ridiculous, you know. And you've managed to dodge the bullet.
So far, yeah, I haven't had it.
Bleach
He
baths
sleeps in one of
yeah.
those Michael Jackson
Right.
beds. Those zipper bags where you're like,
Just a straw sticking out.
yeah, him and the monkey. They both sleep in there.
Speaking of, you saw the other day, Joe
Oh,
Jackson.
yeah,
Joe
R.I.P.
Jackson died.
Father of the Year.
Yeah.
29 years running. Whatever.
We talked about abusive people on the last
Right.
Episode. Like, we didn't bring up Joe Jackson,
Right.
but they still loved him.
Apparently.
It must be like, what do they call that?
Yeah, they did.
Stockholm syndrome or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, you're in love with your captor or whatever.
I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck him. That's crazy. He was nuts. He was
Yeah.
he's batshit crazy.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. Seems like he was.
Could you imagine him
Messed
and Ike
up.
Turner on like a duet album or something?
He cranked out a couple superstars, though, right?
You know, if Celebrity Deathmatch had come along a little bit sooner,
Yeah.
that'd have been a hell of a matchup.
You know, you think about it though. You think about these dads that are real pushy like he is, and you look at like Beyonce Knowles' dad and Tiger Woods' dad and now LeVar Ball's dad.
Right.
You know, they seem real pushy, but look at what the fuck they're producing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should all be more like LeVar Ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, yeah.
We really should.
I think my kids would disown me. They'd be like,
Yeah, mine would
fuck
too.
you, Dad. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't even like basketball.
Yeah.
Or these gaudy ass shoes you keep making me wear. Stupid.
So the topic for today is addiction.
Addiction. She's addicted.
So I think I don't know, the way how I came to this was unique. It kind of stemmed from watching my kids play video games, and they are, I think, 100% addicted to, and especially my youngest. The Big O is, I mean, he is locked in, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to put a meter on things to see how long they spend on this stuff, because it's got to be unhealthy. And I mean, look, whenever we were kids, we played Mario, or I mean, before that, I had an Atari, I played Pac-Man and Frogger and all that shit, but it had a limit. Eventually, I'd go outside and I'd, play
that shit
baseball.
was boring.
Right. I mean, but now the games are so immersive, I guess.
Yeah. I never really got into video games. I wasn't very good at them, so
Right.
I mean, and I really didn't have the attention span to get good at them. So
Yeah, but
never
now
did
it's different. I mean, there's something different about Fortnite,
Oh,
about
yeah, they're so
about Call of
interactive.
Duty and these games that it worries me a little bit. And so I was at dinner with some colleagues, and they were talking about their kids and the stories that they've heard, not necessarily their kids, but stories they've heard about children becoming abusive to their parents,
Right.
and being combative and tears and anger and rage because they took their PlayStation remotes away from them, or they turned off a game in the middle of a Fortnite game. It's like, you can just restart another one like immediately.
do you know we're gonna have all these what are them baby jails that are going to be empty here in the next couple of weeks.
And
maybe we can start
centers.
Yeah, maybe we can start sending all these fucking Fortnite kids down there.
Fortnite detox.
They put them in the cages that the government kept them in.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we've been hearing stories about kids peeing their pants because they won't stop playing or
pissing themselves.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, I've heard of kids asking their parents to get them like adult diapers and that so that
to
they
shit
can,
themselves.
So they don't.
And what parent allows it? If
I'm
there is
sure
a parent out there that allows their kid to shit themselves,
I'm sure
so
it's
that
happened.
they can play a game.
Yeah.
That parent, I want to meet them.
No, I don't think you do.
I do. No, I do. I want to spend 15 minutes in a locked door behind a locked door with these fucking idiots.
No, but I'm
gonna shit on them.
That's happening. There's parents out there. I mean, you've seen Springer. We talked about Catch Me Outside chick. That these parents they're
that mom was probably terrified.
Well, they're allowing it to happen. They've enabled the child to act in this way, and they just bend over and like.
I think with her though, it's more of a. I don't want to deal with this kid, so I'm just not going to deal with it. And that might be with a lot of.
Yeah.
I don't want to. The kid's taking care of himself, so. If he wants to shit in a diaper again, fine. I don't care because I don't want to deal with him anyhow.
It's definitely messed up. It's definitely we're going backwards with society. We're not going the right direction.
It's the Cleveland effect.
Yeah.
Do we need to define addiction? Are we talking? Do we equate a video game addiction with a chemical addiction of a drug or alcohol or whatever?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would
because I would say it's something in their brain. I don't know what chemical it is in your brain that whatever it is that releases serotonin. No, what is it that's in there?
In your brain?
Yeah. It's like
endorphins.
Yeah. Basically the same shit. Whenever you come, that's
nice.
That same release of whatever that's in your brain that makes you happy. I think that there's some of that
chocolate fudge. My brain releases chocolate fudge.
It's all
nice.
good.
It's so great.
Yeah, so I think it is a chemical addiction to some degree, but look,
I don't know because if you take it away, are they going through physical withdrawal, sweats and anxiety? And
I would say all those things. I would say anxiety. I would think they would. Yeah.
I don't know.
On the next episode, I'll let you know because I'm about to lay down the law and say, hey guys, you gotta shut it down. And
then we'll talk about your black eye.
Right.
Excuse me. Jumped up and laid in and like, look, old man, I get it. You run this show.
You're not taking my Fortnite.
You fuck with my shit like this, and we're gonna have issues. That sounded tremendous.
Yeah, big thunder on the recording here.
And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out because we gotta do something in my house. They are a bit ridiculous. Charlie was up until 2 a.m. On Wednesday morning, so Tuesday night into Wednesday morning playing Fortnite.
I don't even know how late my daughter stays up anymore, and I think it's a problem. I'm going to bed, and she's downstairs in her room, but she's getting up at a relatively decent time, especially for a teenage kid in the summer. Mm-hmm. But she's tired,
right?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Yeah.
Well, does she watch? I mean, there's addiction in Netflix. There's people that are addicted to YouTube.
Yeah, she's addicted to all that. She I think podcasts. She tries to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, there's more people getting addicted to podcasts.
Get addicted to this one, motherfuckers. Right. I want a boat and an island, and y'all can come. I'm telling you.
Yeah. So what do you? I mean, well, how I kind of what's going through this in my head is like, I have a few addictions. I don't know if they're really true how you would define them, but I drink a lot of beer.
As we all do.
I don't know if it's an addiction because I can go several days or weeks without drinking beer, but
I think it's functioning alcoholic is what we all are.
It could be.
I think that's what you would describe it. I wouldn't consider myself addicted to it because I don't really think that it has a hold of me.
Yeah.
I use it as a tool.
Right. And I think that if I was ever to see a deterioration in my performance at work or if I started missing work, that I'd nip that shit in the bud really, really quick.
Yeah, especially if I knew it was because of this. I'd be like, if I have to
scale it back to just 2 or 3 beers at work.
Right. Or just in the shower. Right. I'm only going to drink a 6er while I bathe.
But I think about beer, like when I'm, like, for example, There's a baseball tournament this weekend that my son's going to be in, and they don't sell beer at the facility. So I'm thinking
That's
already
That's an issue.
Packing a cooler, and like, I wonder if they're going to let me bring the cooler in. Am I going to have to walk out to my truck? How many koozies should I bring? And I'm literally,
so now when will you start drinking?
I never drink before noon. But then again, it's always noon somewhere.
As a rule.
Yeah. No, but it's
court ordered.
Yeah.
Stroke of 12, though.
Yeah, my ankle bracelet goes off if I drink before noon. But no, I don't know. My dad always made a joke of it. It's like, it's not noon yet. You can't, unless we're on a fishing trip. Then you start drinking
a float trip, 9 o'clock is, if I'm up, I'm up.
If you're awake, you're drinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think about it all, not all the time, but, I think about it a lot, and I plan like, okay.
Is that what your counselor's telling you now? Hey, why don't you start thinking a little bit more about this, Ryan? Because this is turning into, pull your pants up. Jesus, pull your pants up.
So how many days can you go between having a beer?
Usually, I mean, this week is an anomaly, but usually I don't drink during the week at all. I will drink Friday and Saturday, and then maybe I'll have a beer with dinner or something like that. But
what about the podcast night?
Well, now podcast
now
night,
we get hammered on Tuesdays.
Right. That's what I want all of our listeners to understand something, because I've been listening to ours, and you listen to us and we sound insightful, but you have to remember, fellas and ladies, we're getting drunk doing this. So it's happening.
Yeah.
So don't fault us if we don't make oh my God, how they forget this, or what's wrong with it.
Can't believe they mispronounced that word.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 7 beers in.
If we confuse a Van Halen album,
no, that's inexcusable. That is
at
not.
No point you should ever do that. But
you should know better. Damn it!
If our facts aren't right, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, right. So anyway.
Do you think you really have some kind? I mean, I don't think so. If you can go 5 days without a beer, you're not addicted to beer.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think there's something there. I don't think it's not a problem.
You asked my bride.
She would say I am.
No, I don't know what she'd say about you. I'm talking about mine. To me, I'm full-blown raging alcoholic in her mind.
Well, yeah. That's your wife, though.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife thinks the same thing. Thinks I have a problem. I'm like, hey,
right.
Look, I answer the bell every morning, have for 25 years, lay off, lady. I mean, I've been doing this for a while, and, got a pretty nice house and, raised a few kids. You got a nice car you're riding around in.
But yeah,
it's working.
I get flack, but I don't know, whatever. I probably won't drink tomorrow night. Well, I might. I don't know. I'm going to watch midget wrestling tomorrow night live.
What?
Yes, me and the little one. You're more than welcome to go if you like. Ryan says he can't.
I can't. I got to put brakes on the truck.
$25 ringside
with a beer and some dip.
Yeah, with a beer and a dip.
Yeah. If it's a project, I got to have some chew, and I got to have
it's a project. This is church. For the love of Pete, this is church. What do you mean project?
There was crafts involved. They wanted me to hot glue something. I need a beer.
You're just shaking people's hands, asshole. Come on. Hold on. Let me set my beer down.
Isn't that how the Catholics do it? I don't know. I mean,
the fucking Catholics get it right.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
I should have been a Catholic. It's not too late, is it?
No, it's never. They'll know. They welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, hand me a set of beads and, shake my hand.
It's called a rosary.
Yeah, whatever.
Beads. Hand you a set of beads. Here's your beads.
Yeah. You got to flash them
it was like
first.
Mardi Gras.
Yeah, sort of. You don't wear them, though. No, you don't wear a rosary.
Huh. Yeah, learn something new every day. How about that?
Okay.
So do you have any other addictions?
I do. I have food. I'm definitely addicted to food. I love it all. And
that's a thing, right? That's a real thing, being addicted to food.
Yeah.
But I think similar to our drinking, your addiction to food is not a problem. I mean,
you check my fucking tailor, he'd tell you it's a problem.
Right. And maybe your cholesterol, or, but I mean, I would,
but
you're not like the 800-pound woman that they couldn't get out of her bed.
No,
or anything like that,
I get up.
None of us are like that.
No, I get up every day and go to work and do all that stuff, and I'm active in the community. But it's a problem. It shows. I need to. I should tone that addiction back, but try it.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as they get you think.
Food's good, man.
Food is good.
It is tough. It's good.
Cheeseburgers are delicious.
Yeah.
Just giving up something simple like soda or a cheeseburger or whatever is really tough.
That's another one. I think I have a regimen in the morning. Most mornings. I have a Monster energy drink, the orange one. Doctor tells me it's bad for me. I'm sure it is.
I piss orange now.
Yeah, but I like it, and then I take a Coke Zero with me as well. So I grab a Monster and a Coke. I don't drink coffee. I should be drinking water.
Yeah. I've been doing that at work now because it's hot as Hades now. So.
Right. But that's every morning. Not every morning. But sometimes I won't have the Monster if I don't have them on hand. But yeah, I have to have that caffeine kick in the morning. But I look at it as like, well, that's not any different than someone drinking their cup of coffee or their pot of coffee.
I agree.
Difference is there's a lot more sugar and other chemicals and shit and soda that are not good for me.
In a Coke Zero, there's none.
Well,
there's something in there to make it taste
sugar
good.
Substitute, that's not any better for you.
But it's zero sugar, zero carbs, and whatever. It's like how is there nothing in it, but yet it doesn't taste like water.
Right.
It's confusing.
It's a gift from the gods.
Yeah. It was.
I just drank one myself. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to make me another one while you all discuss addictions because I'm addicted.
Because you're thirsty.
Yeah.
I do think coffee is one of the biggest addictions among Americans.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, what are they putting in Starbucks that makes these people freak out about
coffee,
it?
Though that's to me, coffee is it's fucking shakes and shit.
Yeah.
People you don't go in there and get a hot cup of Joe
right
at Starbucks. You go in there and you get a $12 fucking meal, basically.
Yeah, caramel macchiato with
1,300 calorie drink that these soccer moms are walking around and drinking. And you ever watch them drive down the road? They got a hand on the wheel and they're holding the cup way up high, like
because they got to show everybody.
They got it all face high, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, it's insanity.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, well, that's as much an addiction to sugar and carbs as it is caffeine.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather have my sugar and carbs a different way.
Well, that goes to, you were talking about holding the cup up.
Snicker bar and a fucking cheeseburger.
Why would they hold it that high other than that they want people to see that they've got their Starbucks?
I think it's some stupid ass Real Housewives type thing or something.
You think they're trying to show it?
I don't think they're trying to show it. I just think it's some
That's how they hold it on TV.
Yeah, right. That's how they. Yeah, this is how fucking Beverly holds it, or I don't. Whatever.
Right.
I just it drives me absolutely insane. I laugh about it.
But did you hear about Starbucks was intentionally putting the stickers? So apparently they put a sticker on it. They put your name on the sticker that says what you ordered. If you ordered a caramel macchiato or whatever, but they were putting it over the Starbucks label so that these. Teenage girls or 20-something girls couldn't take a selfie with the Starbucks logo because that's what they're all about.
Really? Yeah.
Is that they?
But you got to buy a cup to do that. So.
Right. Well, they buy the coffee. And then they all maybe they want the coffee, but they also want to be able to post a selfie that shows that how cool they are because they got their Starbucks.
Why do they not want their logo?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why wouldn't Starbucks?
Well, I think it's just asshole employees of Starbucks. They're like they just don't like the.
It's not like corporate policy.
Yeah, don't like the basic white girls.
Shut the fuck up and be a barista, you fucking idiot.
I think it's kind of funny, but it also brings back the addiction thing that how many teenage girls
are addicted to selfies and shit.
Selfies and Instagram and how many likes you get and how much people are concerned about what people think of them and those people that they're concerned about they rarely see they
don't even see them at all. You look at these stars, so to speak, quote unquote, stars,
Instagram stars or whatever,
or reality stars that are having that are freaking out about the same thing, and you don't even see these people.
Right. Well, I think whenever it's these Instagram models, these bikini models and stuff, I mean, they're making a business out of it. They're trying to make, so they're like us, trying to get an audience and trying to get free shit or trying to sell something.
Hey, exactly. We start getting paid off this, I'll do a bikini.
Yeah, maybe we should model bikinis.
Yeah,
I'll even do a thong.
We'll put that in the idea box.
We'll table that for another day. But my God, look at his ass.
It's like that Simpsons episode when Homer kept putting on, I think they were in Brazil, and he kept putting on
I don't know, I hope
his fat kept eating them.
Yeah, he goes, I hope they're going to a good place. Yeah, he was in Greece.
Is that what it was?
And he put on a thong or a banana hammock.
Banana hammock, yeah.
I hope it's going to a good place. Simpsons.
Anyway, yeah. So I think there's a lot of things that I don't think people.
I got to make a drink, fellas.
All right, we'll be here. Joe will be right back.
You'll hear me.
I think that there's a lot of people that don't realize how addicted they are to things. Then they think, oh, they're harmless, and there's no, what's the harm in being addicted to Instagram? So but I think there is some mental deals going on.
I don't know how much it's addiction. I guess you really have to classify it. Maybe there's different types of addiction, but some of it's just like I kind of think maybe with you and beer, the way it makes you feel, whether it's laid back or relaxed, that takes that edge off. And it's not that you're chemically, physically addicted to that, but it's something that you want to look forward to. You want to experience.
Well, it's how I unwind.
Right, exactly.
It's how you celebrate.
That's right. Yeah. The end of a week.
And so everybody looks forward to that. And so if that's the way you achieve that, then you just can't wait for the next time you're going to drink beer. But I don't know if that makes you addicted to it. But I kind of think that's maybe the same thing with the video games. Like they like the sensation of power that they have in the game, or the control they have, or the they're not getting picked on by somebody else, or whatever. It's an escape
from the real
world. So they
like
that the way it feels, but
that's like Ready Player One.
If you unplugged them, they wouldn't go into convulsions. Some of them might, but
I don't know. It's I think, but where does it lead us? Where where do we go from here? How do kids
Fortnite
10 years from now? What's the effect of this digital universe that they're so wrapped up in? I can't imagine it being healthy. I mean, if they're not living in reality, that's probably not healthy. It's not good for their future, and I don't know. I mean,
well, but then that goes back to what you were just saying about you want to have your beer. Same with me. I agree. On Monday, I can't wait for Friday.
Right,
and.
Because you're going to kick back and
I'm going to kick back and I'm going to get into my Fortnite.
Right.
So, I guess it's addiction. If you really want to, it's addiction if it overtakes your everyday life. I still feel, and they tell me I am a good husband and a good father.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as I keep, and I'm a good worker. I have a good driving record.
Right. Hell of a podcaster.
I'm not, I'm not going to jail. So I am
functioning.
Yeah, it's a functioning alcoholic.
Yeah.
So these guys are functioning Fortnite players,
I guess. Well, that's to be seen because it's summertime and they don't have any other responsibilities.
No shit, man. We need to bring back child labor.
Yeah. Well, honestly, this is a real thing.
These fucking kids don't do nothing.
There needs to be year-round school, and they
do at St. Charles.
They need to. Do they really?
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
You go 9 weeks, then you're off 3. So like you go for a quarter.
Yeah,
you get your grades. You're off for 3 weeks.
3 weeks, and then you go back.
For 9 weeks, and off and off and off and off. And I think they take off for like Christmas and stuff, but it's a much shorter. If they're in school for that.
Yeah.
It's a much shorter break.
Right. Well, if you did that 9 on 3 off, that's 48 weeks. That leaves 4 weeks left that you got to filter in there for Christmas or spring break or Easter or something like that. So that just keeps them engaged instead of having 3 months off where their brains go to mush.
Oh, they
have no responsibility.
Every one of them turns into fucking.
And
wow, son of a whore.
We're gonna die.
So currently, our cell phones are giving us.
You may have heard
tornado warning,
and that's me. My shit's down too, man.
Well, some on your phone. It's probably got like emergency alerts that come through no matter what.
I get the Amber alerts. They're like, bring her back, asshole.
That was flash flood earlier, though. I got one
that there was
there's a tornadic activity.
Yeah.
Tornadic. I don't know how you pronounce that.
We're like the fucking mailmen. No sleet, no rain, nor snow.
Yeah. No matter what, we make.
We're gonna put this out.
But we are late.
We are late.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Yeah, it's schedules didn't allow it. Oh, real quick, because we didn't do it in the first 30 seconds like we're supposed to. Make sure you check us out on all the social medias at Load This Podcast. So for those of you that don't make it all the way through to the end of the episode, if your commute is not 45 minutes long.
Then find a job further away.
Yeah. Find another job with it.
Or you know what? do it differently. I listen to this shit when I'm cutting the grass.
Yeah.
I'll do it when I'm walking on a treadmill. I'll do it when, I don't want to listen to my family.
I would say that I'm kind of addicted to my commute. Like I was talking to people about people that I work with that don't live here in St. Louis. They live in San Diego or in Dallas or in Omaha or New York, and they live, relatively not New York. They got a shitty commute, but like Dallas and San Diego, they got like a 10 or 15 minute commute to work.
That's all I got too.
And I'm like, I would hate that. I live for that 40-minute drive home. That's my decompression time. That's
I'll tell you what.
That's my me time.
You think that because I had that too.
I was going to say no. I don't think so.
I worked an hour away, and I've worked as close as 10 minutes away from home. Right now, I'm about, I think it's like 16 minutes to get to work.
Yeah.
And when I was working, I worked off Manchester for about 3 weeks, and I was like, this drive sucks.
It does, yeah.
And
well, the morning drive sucks. I don't like the morning drive, but that afternoon drive of driving home and relaxing and there's times whenever I will intentionally stay in the slow lane because I'm just not in a hurry.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
And I got good tunes, and I'm listening to a podcast. I'm just.
And you know what?
If
someone gets over in your way, it doesn't piss you off. Everything.
Like, come on over.
I used to be like that too. I'd be like, I'm not in a hurry to get home.
Yeah.
I'll get home.
Yeah.
I'll be safe.
Those nights I got to rush home and I got to get a baseball practice or something like that. Those suck.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, that's a good, healthy
Plan
approach. But I
accordingly.
still say if you had a 10-minute drive, you would
like
really
it.
like
I'm
it,
telling
maybe.
you. Because
I've been doing it for so long, I don't know that I could know any different.
So I'll listen to the podcast coming home, and you people should do this too. I get close to the house, and I just keep driving. I go down to Redbud, or I start cruising around other places. I go all through town.
Yeah.
So it ain't bad.
I don't know. Well, maybe
that's the addiction to listen to this the way you want to hear it.
Well, right.
And
no shit. There are people that listen that are addicted, like Howard Stern. He has people that are literally addicted. He has a guy Bobo. I don't know if you ever listened to Stern, but Bobo's. I think he's in Florida or something. He's an idiot, and but his punishment for being an idiot was this was a couple of years ago, and they may have done it since. I don't listen anymore. But his punishment was that he couldn't listen to the show. He couldn't call into the show, and couldn't even call Gary Delabate and talk about the show. And he's what am I going to do?
Unplug his Fortnite.
He's like, I don't know if I can make it through that. And yeah, I mean, everybody's got their thing, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Back to the addiction thing. I think about other things that you can get addicted to. Hobbies can be addicting to people.
Yeah.
You can have a hobby that, like cars or golf or
those usually aren't debilitating though.
But they can be in a sense where you can
be addicted to jogging.
You can be. Yeah. You can be addicted. But if you're addicted to cars or if you're addicted to golf or something, that shit costs money. Fishing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it starts out ho-hum, I'm going to go on the and then it turns into I'm gone 4 nights a week fishing, and I have to have this $1,000 titanium rod.
Right.
So, and now you're starting to take away money that would be for the family, for your house, for your shit like that.
I can see that.
It's crazy how things like that happen, but it can
become an unhealthy addiction. Yeah.
And you would think, oh, well, he's just into fishing, he ain't going out there drinking, ain't doing nothing, or going out and playing 18 holes of golf and hopping right back in and coming home. But next thing you know, he's got a fucking bag full of Big Berthas and and balls that are $7 a hit or who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think
addiction is everywhere. It's if you start looking into anything, people are addicted to work.
Right.
I actually think I have a problem with that because, I messed my leg up and the whole time I'm like, I can't miss work. I don't want to miss work.
Well, it's not like not like you're dying for the money.
I'm not well, hell, I got Aflac and all that shit. And I could have just been like, yep, I'm laying up. I don't know. There's just something in my head that just says, I can't miss work.
Gotta go.
Yeah. I gotta go to work. I have to go. A lot of that falls back on, pride as a provider.
Well, that's how you were raised. Your work ethic is strong, and
addiction is a fine line. you know, of course, you think of addiction and you see these needle jerking fucking tweakers that are laying in the street, and you know, and of course, yeah, they're fucked, but it's everywhere.
Right.
It's everywhere. Right. It's scary, actually. The thing that scares me is like opioids, pain pills.
Oh yeah.
I went, you know, with my leg, and the doctor's like, well, I can give you a pain pill and a muscle relaxer. I told her, no, I don't even want them.
Yeah, you'll work through it.
Yeah. I said, I'd rather hurt. She goes, that's insane. And I said, well, whatever.
What's insane is being addicted to opioids in a month.
Yeah. What's insane is, you take an able-bodied, hardworking guy, and in a month, I'm so fucking messed up off pain pills,
and you're shooting heroin all of a sudden.
Now I'm useless, and my wife hates me, and my kid hates me, and then next thing you know, I lose a house, and the neighbor next door's real pissed because
I would not be happy
because fucking vagrants move in.
Yeah, the law's not going to get mowed. It's going to get ugly real quick.
Pool got green. They just forgot about it. I don't know.
So have you guys ever known anybody that was addicted to a drug or chemical?
Was it last? I guess it was last 4th of July. A guy I grew up with, R.I.P. Will. He died from heroin overdose. Addicted. He was a very addictive person. The whole time I knew him, he was, and
there's guys like that just doesn't matter what it is. They'll
and didn't care. He just didn't care. He wanted to be around people like that. He just wanted to be in the drug scene all the time, and they got him.
Yeah,
they say heroin is getting to be a real problem in our area.
Well, yeah, I heard a news story that they.
Hey, Ron.
I don't know who was. If it was the governor, if it was someone, was saying that, you know, in 2013 there was 193 heroin overdoses, and in 2017 it was like 220 or something like that. The numbers are flawed, so don't check me on those. Don't quote me on that. But,
see, that's why we're all drinking. Goddamn it!
But it was around that, so it was a significant jump, right? And we're going the wrong direction, right? I mean, we're all aware that opioid addiction is a huge problem, but yet we're still going up,
right?
So, I mean, I know it's hard to catch drug dealers; they're sneaky little bastards, but it's like Jesus,
but the thing
education
of
people.
You see the people that are dying from this. This isn't whacked out inner city use.
These are suburban use.
These are high end people.
Yeah.
This drug does not see race. This drug does not see creed. It doesn't see white, black,
and all it takes is one use, and you're locked in, and you're fucked.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It's, you know, these young kids, they see it. These older people see it. These older people see heroin like it's a pain reliever. You don't feel pain on it, and fuck, I hurt all the time.
Yeah,
that's not the answer though. I mean,
no, it's
only two ways out of heroin: death or prison. That's it. You're not going to run for mayor, off of your heroin platform. I'll tell you
free
what,
heroin
right now,
for everyone.
Heroin got me to this point, and I'm going to take it all the way to the White House.
But at one point, it was like a prescribed drug. I mean, it was
methadone.
It was. I thought they actually called it heroin.
Maybe
like back in like the 1800s, early 1900s, they called it. They called it heroin. Like, we're going to prescribe. They didn't really prescribe shit then. They just said, here's some heroin.
Here, let me get you with this.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
You're going to love it.
Welcome to the Carter.
Yeah. Well, they just, just start prescribing porn, I mean, people get addicted to that too, but what's the harm there? You get a little chafed.
Penis looks like a handle grip. You're still going to get the sunken face and missing teeth.
So man, we joke about that. There's probably serious implications there too. I guess there's people out there that are addicted to porn.
Well, there's definitely porn addictions. But I was going to bring this up earlier. So we've all heard of the Tiger Woods sex addiction, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a thing, or is that just a cop out?
I think, well, you hear about it with, like, Michael Douglas had it too.
Really?
Yeah, he had a sex addiction. So Tiger Woods and Marv Albert.
Okay, he was a dude that bit the girl on the back, right?
While he was dressed
dressed in
wearing heels,
full Victorian. So,
come on, Marv.
I don't know if it's necessarily.
Is he back on the air? Marv?
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's doing college basketball, isn't he?
I'm not sure.
And I think he does, and I think he actually does a couple games with Chris Webber. Did you see Chris Webber's getting to go back to Michigan?
What?
Yeah, they're going to allow him back. Not to play or anything, but to be on campus.
Oh, okay.
Because they banned him from campus. Anyhow.
Nice.
I don't even know where I was at.
I don't either. I forgot. Porn addiction.
Marv Albert.
Sex
Oh,
addiction.
no, that's what I was saying. I was going to say the sex addiction, I think, is the opportunity that these gentlemen have. So you're Tiger Woods. You walk into any room, and women are going to throw themselves at you.
Right. It's easy to get addicted to.
Yeah, right. So then he got addicted to the so you start going down the road. He was getting older. His career was starting to, I would say, falter.
Right.
I mean, he was starting to have his back problems and everything, but he's still Tiger Woods, y'all. And
but like you said, it's opportunity.
It's
access.
These
if he didn't
beautiful
have that
white
access,
women are throwing themselves at him. I mean, come on.
Well, that's probably the biggest part of why there's an uptick in addiction to anything is because of access.
Access, I agree.
Why are people addicted to porn now? Well, because it's on everybody's. Yeah. It's in your face constantly, and if it's not straight porn on the internet, then it's the sex. You can go on, any Instagram, and like we were talking about bikini models and shit like that. I mean, some would call that porn, some wouldn't. But yeah, kids are just
what
constantly
happened to the old perverts that would walk around the kindergartens? Where are those days at? That's all gone now.
No, but it's right there. So the same with heroin. The same with if it's porn, if it's heroin, if it's alcohol.
It's
it's that you have the means and access to it, and then it all goes downhill from there. And then you watch these people that live in they're squatting in some house in Detroit and no longer can access the drug, and now they're selling their teeth to get the next bag or whatever it is.
Whatever. How is that sold?
How does that come?
I don't know.
I was going to say rock, but that's crack.
Balloon.
Is it?
I don't know. Call in, guys.
Yeah,
Call in,
let us
heroin
know.
addicts.
Yeah.
Let us know if you could. Well, you probably sold your phone by now, but if you could just Morse code it to us, that'd be great.
Send a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, well, you probably eat the pigeon or sell it for more heroin. You needle jerking fuck.
And the good news is that none of them are listening, because you're right. They've sold their phone.
If you're a heroin addict, get off of it.
Yeah.
Because
how are you listening to this if you're a heroin addict?
You're probably off a phone you stole. So if you're a heroin addict, get off of it. Get off the junk. Get off of it. Go get a fucking job selling, sub sandwiches to people. But if you're not going to do that, then smash the phone on your face and walk out into traffic, because you're fucking useless.
Is methamphetamine, is it equally addictive? Like, is it like heroin?
Like meth?
Yeah. Because meth's a big thing in the Midwest now, too. All over. But
they say it's one of those, like,
it's one of those
the
things
first time you have it, you can be hooked on it.
It's the big high and the hard crash. But the problem with that is that shit's made out of, like, lighter fluid and fucking bath.
Clorox.
Not if Walter White makes it. It's made out of, I don't know, pharmacy grade shit or whatever.
But they say, and this is probably true with other drugs, but especially with meth, each time you use it, it's less effective. And so you need more of it to get the same high.
It's intended to kill. It's intended to end your life. And now we can get conspiratorial here. It's like the
government has been putting meth out in the streets for years.
Well, they haven't been doing a whole lot to stop it.
Yeah.
The war on drugs in the 80s or whatever was, I don't know, it wasn't about meth. It wasn't about heroin.
How do you stop it? Here, okay.
We talked about this in one of our first episodes.
Our
we did.
Beautiful, lovely, pristine John Hughes High School that we have here in town.
Shermer High,
is chalk pack, peel the roof back, and dump it in full of heroin. Yes.
You're serious? Serious, Clark?
Has been for years.
I know it's around.
I don't know about full
I don't know
heroin.
if it's
I've heard of people say that there's heroin going on, but
you can get it.
I don't doubt that you can get it. I don't think there's many high schools in America that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That you can't.
But so you go back from the stereotypical. This isn't our problem. This is someone else. Shit, it was only 2-3 years ago. There were a bunch of PTA moms standing out in front of Columbia High School with signs on the highway.
saying get the drugs out of our school.
Yeah,
or whatever.
screaming about it. Hey, this is in our community now. Start thinking about it. Don't it's here.
But that
But I think that's
fine.
the issue.
They're here.
It's
They're
really,
queer, and we ain't going nowhere.
I think that's the issue. It's really difficult to prevent that from happening.
You can't prevent it.
Keep it out. It seems like, well, why don't we just arrest the people bringing it in?
Well, it's about it's education. It's about not not letting your kids get into that from the beginning.
and not letting a bored housewife get into it.
Well, right.
That shit's out there too. So sitting at home, drops the kids off and go home, turn on Rachel Ray. By that time, drug dealer 1 shows up, has a couple bonbons. They hang out for a minute, both shoot up. He leaves. She comes down. Afternoon, kids are going to be home soon. I better get another banger in me before the kids get back,
so I can feel normal. Right.
So then she calls drug dealer 2. He comes over, hits her in another vein. All is well. By the time, she wakes up, Pop's coming home. What the fuck? It's all good. And then she ekes it out in the evening or has enough prescription drugs at home to get through the evening.
Yeah.
And that shit, you think I'm spinning a yarn, man.
You watch Live PD, that shit happens real time on their shit, right?
Well, yeah, I'm seeing it at the end when it turns into a fist fight. But that shit's everywhere. It's fucking terrible.
Well, it's sad.
Our world is crumbling around us. We said it last time.
But it's I think, we can, build Trump's wall. You can do all the things that
they
are
had
proposed.
a 4-lane highway underneath the ground. You build the wall all the way up to God's taint. It ain't gonna matter.
Right, that's not gonna fix it.
We'll just go under.
But so it really, maybe that'll slow it down. Maybe it'll make it a little harder.
No.
They're still gonna find a way to get the shit in here. So the only real way is parenting.
It is. It's fall. You think about this,
or being a good husband, or being a good wife, and recognizing things, and not being afraid to say, "Hey, you're fucking up. You better get your shit together."
You go into a full-on prison, like a level 1
federal
prison.
penitentiary. Or whatever.
Yeah.
And see how they run that shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the kind of strictness. That's the kind of that needs to be dealt on that kind of stuff. I agree that you can't start having all of our mail ciphered, or everyone. Yeah, there's no freedoms in that, and in a prison there are no freedoms. But you know what? In a prison,
I think
a lot
as soon
of that
as
shit is captured a lot more. Now, even those people still get by. There's heroin in prisons. There's fighting in prison.
But you got to see. So the first step is if there's someone that has a problem. The first step is don't let people fall into it. People are still going to fall into it.
Sure.
People are still going to go down that path. And then it's identifying that, holy shit, I think my kid's doing heroin. And then being able to address it quickly and put a stop to it. But I think in today's world, there are we talked about abusive kids or whatever kids.
Sure.
We talked about Fortnite
now you
kids.
You can
can't
always
put down the remote.
You can always get everybody behind you against a heroin user. Hell, Intervention. If you ever watched the show, it's great. Everyone's behind them. But yeah, how many people are you going to get to stand behind you to stop Fortnite?
Well, I'm not talking. I'm just saying. But it's identifying the problem.
Yeah.
And saying and being smart enough or comfortable enough with addressing the problem. I think that a lot of parents are like, "Oh, Timmy would never do that."
Well,
not my Timmy.
Yeah, right.
And then all of a sudden they find him on the floor of his bedroom with a needle in his arm.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, I would have never imagined." It's like, well, it's because you're not fucking paying attention.
Right.
I mean, my kids think I'm super oppressive and I'm always watching everywhere they go. I got LoJack on them on their phones. I can see everything for the most part that they can do. And then when they come home from a night, I can see where they're at geographically, but I don't know what they've been doing. But then I talk to them, and I can tell if they're doing something stupid. I can tell if they've had a drink. I could tell if they've never experienced it, but I would imagine I would be able to tell if they were doing drugs or something like that. And I would nip that shit in the bud right off the bat.
You'd hope. I mean...
Yeah. No one's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
the thing is, even if you tried, you might not be able to.
Right. You may make it worse. You're on the risk of making it worse.
Right.
But you know what? Trying is what you have to do. Well, actually, Homer Simpson says trying is the first step to failure.
It's true.
But
yeah.
trying.
And beer is the cause of and the solution to all of world's problems.
Right. If you try, if you're putting forth the effort, that's what it takes.
Yeah.
If the parent that's saying, Fortnite's raising my kid, that's awesome. That's the kid that's going to end up fucking growing up and having orange hair and walking into a goddamn newspaper and shooting it up.
Right.
So
I think some of it is, there's the people who, like you said, tried it one time and they got addicted and they were at a party or something and there's no real reason for them to try it, but they did.
That's more of
and
a
now
fear, though. I don't think at one time trying something is going to get you addicted.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying.
I mean, for the most part.
But I think there's probably the vast majority of it is people who have a problem somewhere in their life and they're trying to escape it. This is the way that they're avoiding the pain or the whatever they've got going on. That's what you got to fix. You can't just say, stop taking heroin, because there's a reason they're on heroin.
Right.
Now, maybe eventually it becomes an addiction and you got to break that chemical addiction. But
the thing is you have to figure out what's wrong with their life. So if it's a woe is me thing, what do you do? Well, I can understand if you're being abused by a parent or bullied or something. I get that, but
podcast numbers are down.
Yeah, that's a woe is me thing. Right. Oh my God, my shirt doesn't tuck in all the way.
We've had a couple of bad weeks. I've been considering heroin a couple times.
I actually have methadone if you guys are ready.
Well, whatever it takes to get the numbers up, get the listeners up.
But
it's complicated. It's not. There's no easy fix. There's no.
Maybe it's a natural culling of the herd. You know, maybe it's a natural.
Think this is how Earth's going to shake us off?
Well, no. I mean, only the strong survive. I mean, that's a lot of people have that not theory, but that methodology with things. It's that there's a ghost in here. Is that the dog?
That's the dog.
Wow. What if the Earth just shakes us all off and the only two people are left is Rush Limbaugh and Taylor Swift?
Be an interesting.
They would have to procreate.
Some
good for you, Rush.
Ugly kids, man. Yeah, I mean
he'd like it. Taylor want to shoot her, so she'd probably kill herself.
Well, he can't hear, right? So he's like going deaf. So
is he?
He's good,
Does he still do radio?
Yeah.
Deaf radio.
But he's got one of those ocular implant things that supposedly he can hear whatever now, which is cool. Which is cool technology. But that's a whole other topic for another show. But
well, if you've got a podcast addiction and you need a fix,
come see us.
Check out Get a Load of This.
Yeah. Or porn. Whatever. Whatever you happen to be addicted
to.
Or
porn. Yeah. One of those two.
Us. That'd be weird. Us while watching porn.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Me in your ear. All right, first take off your pants. That's terrible.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh my God, I'm up. I'm cutting the grass. That's terrible.
Joe from Get a Load of This just cured my porn addiction.
Shatter my phone. That was ridiculous. That's terrible. Well then, you know what? I saved a family. There
you go. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. How can they get their fix, Ryan?
They can, you go down to the corner and you find someone shady looking.
Yeah. You see that where it said rib tips? go down there. You'll see my brother has El Camino with no wheels on it. You tell him you're my boy.
Or you could go to @Load This Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Or you could send us an email. loadthispodcast@gmail.com. Look us up on the YouTubes, and we are, what are we there? Get a Load of This.
Get a Load of This podcast.
Get a Load of This podcast on YouTube. And let us know. And also, if you're on iTunes, give us 5 stars. Give us, rate us, comment, recommend us, tell your friends, tell your family.
Tell 2 friends, you fucking idiots.
Hopefully you're not addicted to anything too terrible. If it's beer, let us know. Come have a beer with us.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love friends.
Maybe we should have a contest to see this. Maybe this will
elicit the biggest fucking loser we can find.
No.
You guys did it.
See who wants to be on the podcast.
I've got one.
Well, we had one. You were laid up, but at the party on Sunday at the graduation party, Amir. I'll just say it. I'll go ahead and say his damn name. Amir desperately wants to be, and he claims it's because we don't have enough diversity.
Diversity,
because we're 3 white guys.
And he goes, we're gonna have a young Indian boy come in.
He's not Indian. He goes, you need an African American. I was like, you know one? And he goes, well, me.
Oh, come on.
I said, you're not. He goes, well, I'm Egyptian. I'm like,
Hey.
well, I guess technically that's in Africa, so yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
I have a feeling some brothers would disagree with that.
I'm gonna disagree with him. I'll tell his ass right away. Hey, son, you ain't African American.
But he's a funny dude. We may have him on someday. We got to figure out how to get a hold of him.
My brother.
Your brother would.
He loves this podcast. He listens to it religiously. Love you, Andy.
Well, maybe we'll do a midget tossing contest, and the winner of that can be. Now we need midgets.
Yeah, well, there we go.
And that's offensive.
I'm going tomorrow.
We'll get him tomorrow night.
I'm going tomorrow night.
You are going midget wrestling. Do they call it midget wrestling, or they call it like little people wrestling?
No, they call it midget wrestling.
They're straight. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 4 bouts, and like one of them is gonna be like a full on like
cage
10
match?
of them in cages. Come on now, like cage, like 3 dog cages in there. There's gonna be like 10 of them in there, just like, and then there's like one where there's like 4. I guess that'd be like a tag team.
Oh man!
And then 2 championship. I don't know. I can't wait, and I can't wait. So I heard about it today at lunch, and I was like, oh my god! So
I got to do this. Yeah.
See, my bride's got to go to a CPR class, and so I asked my daughter, and she's like, are you serious?
Absolutely, I want to go.
Well, she was kind of reserved. She goes, yeah, I'll go. I go, you serious? We're going. If you say we're going.
Here's my prediction. I love your daughter. I think she's awesome. But here's my prediction of her most frequent response from tomorrow night is, oh. You're going to hear that.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm going to get her all wound up. She's going to be like, yeah, throw that son of a bitch. You can cuss tonight, sweetheart.
See if you can bring one home. We need like a little wee man. Get a load of this wee man.
You can get you get them
on Amazon.
Yeah, I think you can. $29.99, but shipping is a bitch. They got to poke holes in the box and everything. It's a fucking shame. But no, they got like this after party type thing.
Yeah, meet and greet kind of deal. Yeah.
So maybe I'll get a couple pictures and we'll put them.
You get their email address. Maybe we'll have one on as a guest.
Maybe
that would be actually a really good idea.
Well, see, I think they're like carnies though. I think they travel.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think this show.
Maybe they know a local.
Maybe maybe.
Find us a local one.
Well, I'll ask.
Yeah, see what we can do.
I'll ask. I don't care. Fuck. What are they gonna? The worst thing to do is bite my knee. Fuck them.
Yeah. Look, if that's not a reason to tune in the future, I don't know what is. I mean, we're talking midget wrestler interviews.
I want you people to understand.
I want them to talk like Hulk Hogan, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, it'd be a lot low. It'd be a lot higher than like.
But I want you people to understand something though. You listen to me for about 45 minutes, whatever, and you're like, oh, hey, that guy's all right. You know, he's kind of weird. No, dude, I'm this fucked up all the time. I'm going to watch midgets wrestle tomorrow because that's just fun. That's just awesome.
That's how he rolls. Yeah.
So,
anyway, that's all we got.
We want to hear all about it next time.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good stuff.
Man, we're way over time again. This is another long one. We're sorry for you folks that had to sit in your car before you went into work, made you late for work.
That's all right.
We'll try to
explain it to them.
We'll try to tighten it up next time. Yeah, tell them why you were late. Say, I was listening to this awesome podcast.
Slap them right in the head and say, get a load of this. You're like, oh, yeah, I heard that today, too. Sorry.
Well, fuck the Cubs.
Yep. Fuck
yes.
Until next time, I'm Jared.
I am Ryan.
This is Joe.
And get a load of this.